Alright, today is Wednesday, November 27th. And today, and you'll see this on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. I officially went on to hospice. Now, when people hear that, they think that people are gonna die right away, or they have a certain stereotype in their head of what the person must look like while they go on to hospice. Part of what I want to do is debunk what a stage 4 cancer person might look like. They can look like me, okay? And then also what a hospice patient might look like. They can look like me. Now, one of the things that I want to say is if you are someone who has a terminal illness, there are two different choices that you can make. Choice number 1 is palliative care. If you still want to fight and do treatment and all of those types of things, then I would recommend palliative care. For me, I chose no more treatments. Number 1, because I had to make a choice. And I hope people respect it. When I was on estrogen reduction therapy, my bones hurt so bad that I could barely walk and I couldn't get to sleep at night. When I stopped estrogen reduction therapy, I no longer have any pain, really, like I did back then. But now it seems like things might progress a little bit more quickly. Now I have this cough that is a result of nodules growing in my lungs. But I'm not necessarily in pain. I do have to suck on cough drops all the time. And sometimes breathing takes a little bit more effort, but if I sit still and I go very slowly, I still feel pretty good compared to what I did before when my bones were hurting all the time. So at this point, I'm not seeking any treatment. The cancer can't be cured. It's in my bones, it's in my sternum, my pelvic area, my shoulder. It might be starting to get into my lungs. I know it sounds really weird, so if you are someone who has a terminal illness and you want to make that same decision for yourself, quality over quantity, then I would choose hospice. The thing that you have to understand with hospice is the whole focus is to keep you comfortable. They still want you to be independent, which I thought was really great to hear. You can still travel if you're able to. Sometimes, let's say if you're going to be a winter bird, I'm not like that, but if I wanted to go visit my parents for a month or something like that, they could switch the service over there for a month, and then I would get my regular care team when I came back. I actually felt really good about the interview today. It took about 2.5 hours, mostly because they actually admitted me today. And then what they did is they took a list of all my medications. And one of the things that I think is really interesting, I don't remember experiencing this 10 years ago. They want you to list every single medication you take, even if it's just ibuprofen or Tylenol or whatever. They want a list of everything you take. So we did that. They called the hospice doctor. The hospice doctor added a few things, and then they might take a few medications away. The only medication he took away from me was don't actually take vitamins anymore. Get your nutrients from your food. Like, okay. And then they added some other stuff to help with some symptoms, not just technically related to my cancer diagnosis, but I also have spina bifida, so to kind of help with digestion as well. So they give you this handy dandy folder, and then they have a 24-hour hospice number. So now I feel a lot better. I remember the day before I was gonna go see my oncologist, I just really didn't feel very well. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should go to urgent care. I knew urgent care was gonna send me to the ER. The last 2 times I went to the ER, technically they didn't even really do that much for me. I did have some more tests though, so that gave us more information, so it wasn't all waste. But this is the first time where I actually feel cared for. As soon as I let hospice know that my doctor said I qualified, and as soon as my doctor sent over the referral, they called right away. The same day, they made the appointment to evaluate me the next day. And then now, if I'm having symptoms or anything, the nurse comes to the house, the medication comes to the house, and everything is covered. The other reason why I chose hospice is because they have wraparound services for the family if they need grief counseling or anything like that. The other reason is whether my situation is still going to go slowly downhill and take a step here or there, or whether it goes a little bit more quickly, this is one less thing that I and my family have to worry about, because now my family all has that 1-800 number and they have someone to call now. So even though it sounds weird, I'm actually really relieved, and I'm really, really thankful that we live in this day and time where such services are available. So that's my thanks on this Thanksgiving.